Hello and welcome. In this video, we will look at China and India gold demand from the World Gold Council's third quarter gold demand trends report. This is a follow-up video to my overview of the entire report. The gold demand trends report only reports total gold demand for industrial use and technological use. They are not significant enough to report country by country. China and India did not report official central bank reserve increases this quarter, but in general it is commonly believed by gold experts that China is adding to their gold reserves and not reporting it. Therefore, this video will focus on China and India investment and jewelry demand. China investment. Investment demand for China was 35.6 tons. That is a decline of more than 20% from last quarter and a 30% decline from Q3 2013. The report states that, quote, much of the year-on-year decline in bar and coin investment can be attributed to the more price-sensitive Asian markets, in particular to China, whose investors were responsible for hoovering up vast quantities of gold bars and coins during the first 3 quarters of 2013. Unsurprisingly, Chinese investment demand this year has paused to catch its breath, something that can be seen in the lack of a price premium in Shanghai. The quiet environment provided China's notoriously price-savvy investors with a further reason to stay out of the market." Unquote. While China investment demand has dropped off considerably compared to the last few years, if one takes a longer-term view, they can see that investment demand in China is still quite strong. I graphed the investment demand for each quarter over the last 10 years. Before the financial crisis, China gold investment demand was very low, and even with the recent drop, current demand still dwarfs the demand from those years. China jewelry. Jewelry demand in the third quarter was 147 tons, down from 240 tons in Q3 2013, a 39% decline. However, jewelry demand was slightly higher than last quarter. The report states that, quote, China's jewelry market continued to normalize following last year's rapid expansion. The industry consolidated further during Q3, unquote. Just like with investment demand, if one takes a longer-term look, one can see that jewelry demand is still quite strong. India investment. Investment demand for India in the third quarter was about 42 tons, down from 47 tons in Q3 of 2013, a drop of more than 10%. For the first 3 quarters of 2014, demand for gold investment in India is less than half of the demand for investment in the first 3 quarters of 2013. Taking a longer-term view, investment demand appears to have returned to the pre-financial crisis levels. It is also worth mentioning that the report states that part of the drop in demand comes from, quote, continued restrictions on the Indian coin market. Imports of coins are embargoed, unquote. Indian jewelry demand in the third quarter was 183 tons, a 60% increase over Q3 2013. This is the highest level in 5 quarters, and the second highest level in over 3 years. Indian jewelry demand, along with overall central bank demand, were the 2 highlights of the entire report. Taking a longer-term look, jewelry demand in India remains consistent and strong. So that is a short video focusing on the demand for gold from China and India. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.